told much about Fez, but one thing we do know is that what you see is what you get. And when you become used to characters who always have ulterior motives, Fez's simplicity is refreshing. As a child, his grandmother took him out of his abusive household and raised him as her own. Even though she wasn't the best role model, she was the first love Fez ever knew. Despite his young age, she took him under her wing and taught him everything she knew, and because of this, he matured quickly. Even though he was only a kid, she treated him as her equal. This not only brought them closer together, but it taught him how to be less judgmental and more accepting. Because he didn't grow up in a traditional household, Fez's view on family is different from others. Whereas most people grow up with 2 parents and some siblings, Fez grew up around his own found family. Fez is often judged because of his profession and perceived to be mentally slow, when really, he's one of the more intelligent characters in the show. Not only is he good at math, but he possesses an emotional intelligence that's rarely seen from anybody else. His slow reactions aren't because he can't comprehend what's happening. In a show where most people react impulsively, Fez listens and watches before calculating his next moves and assessing the best course of action to take. His honesty allows him to act as a voice of reason. His laid-back attitude creates an atmosphere free of pressure, which is why Rue enjoys his company. He gives her a safe space to talk about her feelings free of judgment. With everyone acting like they're walking on eggshells around her, Fez lets her make her own decisions, even if those decisions lead to her downfall. Even though he doesn't want to get involved in the intricacies of anybody's life, Fez cares about Rue so much. Just like Ashtray, she may not be blood related, but she's still family. When his grandmother got sick, he lost one of the only people that actually mattered to him, and with her gone, there aren't many more of those people left. When Rue overdosed, he became fearful. Since she would routinely buy drugs from him, part of him probably felt responsible for enabling her habit. So when he finally turns Rue down when she tries to buy from him, it's his way of showing her just how much she means to him. In the end, Fez's motivations of control come from selfless desire. Everything he does is for the sake of other people. The business he was forced to take over from his grandmother had sentimental value because it's what brought them closer together, but also because the money being made from it is what's keeping her alive and helping him provide for Ashtray. This life is all he knows, and now his grandmother is completely dependent on him. Since she protected him as a child, he believes that it's his turn to protect her. Similarly with Rue, he feels it's his responsibility as a big brother to be there for her. When he refuses to sell to her, her negative reaction and verbal assaults don't change the way he feels about her. He's so understanding that he's able to differentiate between the Rue he sees as his little sister and the Rue she becomes when she's under the influence. After finding out that his grandmother could have been saved had he gotten her to the hospital quicker, Fez must have carried around the burden that his grandmother's current state had been his fault. So when Rue tells him that he ruined her life and that she will hate him for not selling to her, he's willing to take the chance of causing a rift in the relationship because the day of despair is worth having if it means saving the life of someone he loves.